Pastor Bajinder, famous for his Yeshu Yeshu videos, has been convicted of rape charges and today he has been awarded a life imprisonment. I'm Ruchika Khanna and in today's episode of Decode Punjab, I'm joined by my colleagues Gaurav and Rajmeet Singh as we bring to you the latest on the issue. So Gaurav, what happened in the court today?
In a Mohali court, Pastor Bajinder Singh was sentenced to life imprisonment till death in a 2018 rape case. A 23-year-old victim had alleged rape on the pretext of sending her abroad.
Okay, and when was he convicted? I believe he was convicted
March
3 days
28.
ago. On March 28th, he was convicted. What are the legal remedies that he has? Can he approach a high court because he's already under arrest? What happens?
He was taken
henceforth?
to Patiala jail today, and he can move the High Court in the case.
Okay, Rajmeet ji, ये जड़ा issue होया है, इधे पिछे is it just a criminal case or is there more to it? Is there politics behind it? कोई politics भी हैगी आ ये पूरे case दे पिछे या ਇਹ ਸਿਰਫ ਇੱਕ ਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨਲ ਕੇਸ
ਦੇਖੋ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮੇ ਫੇਸ ਰੁਚਿਕਾ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਕੇਸ ਬਿਲਡ ਅਪ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ 218 ਦਾ ਕੇਸ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਸ਼ਨ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ ਕੰਪਲੇਂਟਸ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਬਹੁਤ ਆ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਬਿਊਜ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਗਰਲ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਕਪੂਰਥਲੇ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਕੇਸ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਮਾਈਨਰ ਗਰਲ ਨੇ ਕੰਪਲੇਂਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਤਾਂ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੇਰ ਮਸਟ ਲੋਟ ਆਫ ਵਿਟਨੈਸਿਸ ਇਨ ਦਿਸ ਕੇਸ ਐਂਡ ਇਟਸ ਅ ਪਿਓਰ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਸ਼ਨ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਦੇਰ ਇਜ਼ ਨੋ ਪੋਲਿਟਿਕਸ ਇਨ ਇਟ
ਰਾਜਮੀਤ ਜੀ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਵਰ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਕੀ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਜੇ ਪਿਛਲੇ 15 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਦੇਖ ਲਈਏ 15 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਦੇਖੀਏ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਾਸਟਰ ਬਜਿੰਦਰ ਸੀਗੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੁੱਕ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਇਹਦਾ ਕੀ ਕਾਰਨ ਸੀ
ਦੇਖੋ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਡੇਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਸੀਗਾ ਰਾਧਾ ਸਵਾਮੀ ਡੇਰਾ ਰਾਮ ਰਹੀਮ ਡੇਰਾ ਤਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਕਲਾਊਟ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਓਵਰ ਦਾ ਈਅਰਸ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਪਾਸਟਰ ਅੰਕੁਰ ਨਰੂਲਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਫਿਰ ਇੱਕ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸੰਧੂ ਹੈ ਮਾਝੇ ਦਾ ਫਿਰ ਕੰਚਨ ਮਿੱਤਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਮਾਲਵੇ ਦੀ ਫਿਰ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਇਹ ਬਰਜਿੰਦਰ ਹੈਗਾ ਇੱਧਰ ਜਿਹਦਾ ਇਸ ਅਰਾਊਂਡ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਕਲਾਊਡ ਸੀਗਾ ਸੋ ਬਿਫੋਰ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਡਿਊਰਿੰਗ ਦ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨਸ ਦੇ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਲੀਡਰਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੂ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮੀਟਿੰਗਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਅਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੋਟ ਬੈਂਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਹੈ So they were merging it as a big factor in deciding the candidature and the winning the losing candidates.
Okay, Gaurav, coming back to the case, I'd like to ask you. A few days back, there was this whole hangama at the Majri police station. What was that?
Yeah, that's a different case. One of her follower, a Majri resident, she had alleged that there was a video in which Pastor Bajinder Singh was seen slapping and pushing her. So
what exactly? I mean, I'm sure our viewers have seen the video. It was all over the net. सबने वो देखा होना है. But वो की case actually case की सका? Please.
See, the case was like this. There was one girl, and Pastor Bajinder used to think that this victim, whom he had slapped in the video, that she was desisting her not to come to the church. So Pastor Bajinder was angry with that girl victim, and that's why when the family and that woman approached, he started abusing them and allegedly started abusing them and pushed them. And a police case has been registered in that also. After that, there was protest by his followers, and that is on an ongoing case.
Okay, so the investigation in that case is already on. Has the statement of the victim been recorded?
The statement of the victim has been recorded, and
the veracity of the video has been confirmed.
It has been proved. An SIT has been constituted in this case, and right now investigation is going on in this case.
Okay. So Rajmeet ji, ਇਹ ਸਡਨਲੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਇਸ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਆਪਣਾ ਡੀਕੋਡ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਹ ਕੀ ਕਾਰਨ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਡਨਲੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ these Pentecostal churches ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਇੰਨੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਫੈਲ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਕਾਰਨ ਕੀ ਹੈਗਾ why are people attracted to these churches is it that people are not happy with the current religions are the religions not able to satisfy their quest for spirituality what is it
देखो first of all you must understand who are Pentecostal churches. They are different from the mainstream churches. the mainstream churches have a procedure and a rules to train the pastors. These are self-styled churches. ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਤੇ ਅੰਕੁਰ ਨਰੂਲਾ ਲੀਡ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਕਿਤੇ ਬਰਜਿੰਦਰ ਲੀਡ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਤਾਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਾਸਟ ਡਿਵਾਈਡ ਸਾਡੇ ਸੋਸਾਇਟੀ
what is it called, sorry for interrupting, it's called the Church of Glory and Wisdom.
ਪੈਂਟਾਕੋਸਟਲ ਚਰਚਿਸ ਹੀ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਅਲੱਗ-ਅਲੱਗ ਨਾਮ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ। ਦੇਖੋ ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ ਕਾਸਟ ਡਿਵਾਈਡ ਬਹੁਤ ਡੀਪ ਰਨ ਕਰਦਾ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਅਲੀ ਤੇ ਲੋਅਰ ਕਾਸਟ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਹੁਣ ਜੱਟ ਵੀ ਜਾਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਨੇ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਲਾਊਡ ਵੱਧਦਾ, ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਓਪਰੇਟ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਇਹ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਉਹ ਵਿਕਟਮ ਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਭੇਜਣ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਮਿਸ ਕੀਤਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਜਲੰਧਰ ਦੀ ਕੰਪਲੇਂਟ ਆਈ ਹੈ, ਉੱਥੇ ਇਹ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅਬਰੋਡ ਜਾਣ ਲਈ ਕੋਚਿੰਗ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਦੇ ਵੁੱਡ ਦੈਨ ਆਸਕ ਯੂ ਟੂ ਰੀਡ ਬਾਈਬਲ, ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਵੂ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਲਿਓਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ 'ਚ। ਕੋਵਿਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਰਾਸ਼ਨ ਭੇਜਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ, ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਵੀ ਵਰ ਡੂਇੰਗ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਟਿਵ ਸਟੋਰੀਜ਼ few years back. Some poor people, cobbler, sabji wala, they were delivering ration to them. So this is how they build up, they make inroads into it, and they have made the religion so convenient because sare religions which ek code of conduct ਹੈਗਾ, you have to sit. ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੋਕਲਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਨਸੈਪਟ ਨੂੰ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸਿੰਪਲੀਫਾਈ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਫੇਥ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਨਾ, ਆਪਣੀ ਅਪੀਅਰੈਂਸ ਚੇਂਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ।
ਮਤਲਬ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਰੂਪ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਸਿੱਖ ਸਰੂਪ ਹੈਗਾ, you can actually continue.
There are so many pastors who wear the turban, ਨਾਮ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹੀ ਰੱਖੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ।
Gaurav, since you have been covering Mohali for such a long time, suddenly there is this whole spurt of congregations that happen every Sunday. Could you just tell us, who are the people who are leading these? What is the kind of people who are going to these congregations? Where all are these held?
See, in Mohali there are churches in Zirakpur, in Kharad, in New Chandigarh and Nayagaon also. At many places, even in Mohali, they have churches. So basically, the followers are those who have some trouble in their lives, maybe an illness or financial problems, domestic problem. So people like these approach these churches for remedy or for solace, like these things.
So Gaurav, are these people from the lower socioeconomic strata? Are they mainly from the lower socioeconomic strata? Or is it also pervading, like Rajmeet just mentioned, that a lot of Jats have also started becoming followers of these churches? So in Mohali, how is it? Yes,
mostly it is lower middle class. But you cannot say that middle class is not joining or they are not joining. People from every walk of life are joining. It's not like that.
Mm-hmm. Rajmeet, what is the reason that there is so much of conversion happening? मतलब की कारण की हैगा कि मैंने in fact थोड़े दिन पहला I was speaking to a senior minister in the government of India, and the person mentioned that he was told by his cabinet colleagues that you should look at Punjab because there is suddenly the threat of Sikhs becoming a minority in Punjab. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, very rightly the minister has mentioned, because conversions are so much taking place. Like I mentioned earlier, that made it so convenient because you have, like he said, you are aggrieved. You are being rejected by the society. Your children are not getting the quality education. And like SGPC, they had engineering colleges. Now, they lost their vision, it is being said. And no religious institutions are owning their people, owning the people in their faith, people who believe in their faith. So these people, they would put ration in your house, even give money for construction of your houses.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਕਨੋਮਿਕ ਐਸਪੀਰੇਸ਼ਨਸ
ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਹੈ, ਹਾਂਜੀ,
ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੇਟਰ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਫਿਊਚਰਿਸਟਿਕ ਐਸਪੀਰੇਸ਼ਨ,
in fact they have sent people abroad, and many domestic servants who working, their relatives have gone abroad. It is not that they do send people. But this is how they build up. They make inroad into, they will come to your house in your locality, then look out for people, vulnerable people. Then they will invite on Sunday prayers. Sunday prayer is not like in that traditional churches. It will be small congregation in their house. They will recite Bible in their own localized.
ਮਤਲਬ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹਿਮਸ ਵੀ ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਨੇ।
So made it so convenient for them.
ਰਾਜਮੀਤ ਜੀ, ਮੈਂ ਫਿਰ ਉਸ ਗੱਲ ਤੇ ਆਨੀ ਆ ਵੀ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ, is it a political step or is it actually just a criminal case that is being pursued. I'll tell you why I'm asking you, because there were also raids by the ED on
Yes, exactly.
another pastor,
Exactly.
Mr.
Yes,
Ankur
yes.
Narula.
So ED thing, I tell you why it is, because a lot of money is coming in, contribution coming, and there are transactions.
ये पैसा कित्थों आ रहा है?
That's what the ED is looking at. That is money laundering. Money laundering is when you bring money from abroad through illegal channels. That without permission. So money laundering comes into place.
Has the investigation by the ED or by any other agency, is to कदे भी ये आया है कि भी पैसा, I remember having read it, or probably we had a discussion that the money was coming from Korea.
Yeah, it was said that,
And
but
Taiwan.
but there is no update from the ED so far. But certainly they were progressing like anything. They have bought a lot of land, like he mentioned in Korali. They are building up a big church there. Thousands of people go on every Sunday. And in Namashar, there is a place called Odd, in which they are coming with a big church. There is a local preacher there who is setting a picture. Then in Maja has really a great spread of the Pentecostal churches.
Initially, Rajmeet, if we look at things about 30 years ago, it was said that the Christian missionaries were actually trying to spread their religion by actually setting up these convent schools.
Convent schools, yes.
So how is it different from that time to this time?
Exactly. Very good question you're asking. The thing is, they were with the convent schools trying to reach, bring people into Christian. Now they are reaching you at your home at the grassroots level, where your basic needs are. They're addressing your basic social economic needs, like you mentioned. Your aspirations they're addressing. You have to reach to go to a school. You need a good economic background. To educate your child in a convent school, you need money. So basically, they are doing a package of their socio-economic and future aspirations. So this is how they are making inroads into your life.
So on a lighter note, since this whole issue was being discussed, so amongst the journalists, the joke was that a lot of people who had converted to Christianity have actually also become journalists, and they have all been relocated to either England or Canada. Is that true?
No, I don't have facts on that. But your earlier question that there is a political reason, I have you have to read between the lines. Like the spread of these Pentecostal churches is troubling the BJP, because especially in Punjab, BJP is trying to make inroads into Punjab, and their main focus is on the Dalits, the Hindu minorities, and the OBCs.
Basically, it's a reverse mobilization.
Reverse mobilization.
Jats versus the others.
Yes. So if this Christianity factor comes, the Pentecostal faith people comes into, it becomes a different vote bank for them. So I think behind the scene, the central agencies are linked to, they would be involved in this investigation.
So you are ruling out any kind of persecution of these because of, being from a different religion?
Because of the way they are spreading it, not a religion we can mention. Is
it true that a lot of these Pentecostal churches are actually looking at spreading wings in neighboring Himachal Pradesh?
Yeah, they are already doing in Himachal. See, thing is, I will stress is that the mainstream churches do not associate themselves with these Pentecostal churches. We have talked to, they said we have all a procedure where the preachers and the pastors are trained. Not the way these people conduct. They make you dream of unrealistic things. Yeah, they would make a person live, dead person live. Treating your terminal illness, which realistically doesn't happen. So the way they are spreading is questionable.
Okay. So my last question, Gaurav, I come back to you. Gaurav, when the sentence was pronounced at the court today, was Pastor Bajinder present?
Yes, of course.
What was his reaction? You were there. Just quickly tell us what was his reaction.
He just came out. He was wearing a mask, and the cops just took him away. And what I want to mention is that before conviction, he was holding a Bible in his hand when he went to the church, when he went to the court, and he made a plea that his wife is ailing. He has two children, and there is a rod implanted in his leg. So these are the things he said to made his plea to the judge. But the judge
going soft.
Yeah.
With the urge to go soft.
Obviously for the sentence.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, Rajmeet ji. Thank you, viewers, for watching this episode of Decode Punjab. Do continue to watch us on all our social media handles across X, on Instagram, and on Facebook. Thank you.